Yeah.
No, that'll be alright.
No, because I've got shitloads of footage up the M5.
Righto.
Yeah? And the Hume. But yesterday I did from Huskisson to here, up the what do you call it? The Pacific Way.
Yeah.
And I just thought it might be, it's not much further to go by Wollongong.
Okay, and when you leave Wollongong, which road will you go up?
Mostly Illawarra Highway, straight back up.
Oh, so up by Mount Ousley?
Yeah, is that Mount Ousley? Where you come back out at about Mossvale or something?
Yeah, okay,
so the reality is what we'll do is we'll just go down on the Pacific.
up through the Macquarie, there's a Macquarie Pass?
Macquarie, Macquarie. Yeah, that's
right, the home of the Australian Spud, all that sort of stuff.
that sort of stuff, yeah. Has always looked a bit like this Parramatta Road.
Yep. It has elements of Bridge Road, Richmond, in the language that's on the signs changes over
generations,
70 years.
Yeah. I'd just like this fucking whole thing to be over. It's wife called it the Frank indicator, so my father was Frank. spent all his time moving away from the centre, so we ended up spent all our time moving back towards the centre.
This would have been done during or after the Crimean War. Yeah. There's places like this just near where I grew up.
Yeah.
There's some in St Kilda.
There you go. There's the name there. King something, isn't it? K.
Kingston.
Yeah, it looks like it.
There we go, Kingston. That doesn't mean anything to me.
No.
There's also an area just near where I grew up where they, I think it was the Indian Mutiny.
Yeah.
So, named for that lot, and then there's another place that happened during the Boer War. So you've got South African names.
Yeah.
Ladysmith, Nell Spruit.
Yeah, where we lived in Yamaya, they had an area where all the streets were named after astronauts.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they had Lone Pine and some of those battles just down the street. It didn't seem particularly well considered. It's like, four new streets, Glen, Shepherd and Buzz, yeah?
I suppose we didn't have Gagarin, did we?
No, we didn't count him as an astronaut.
Some bloody commo.
So, do you know how this IG or whistleblowers report made it in Congress?
Yeah.
The IG for the State Department booked an urgent fucking hearing with 6 committees of Congress.
Yes.
Which the Republicans are trying to fucking downplay at the moment.
Yes.
But it's like, oh fuck, I've just had a look at something. It's bad.
Yep.
Well, it's a bit like at the moment, this gaslighting. They say, here's a transcript, nothing wrong. And you read it, you go, yeah, I can see something fucking wrong.
Gaslighting?
Yeah, they call it gaslighting. But what you do is, you just change the narrative. You know, like, it's not necessarily based in fact. You just...
see, that's Trump. False news.
Yeah.
Or true news done in a misleading way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, it's a perfect call. No quid pro quo. Now, as I was saying, bribery and extortion and stuff do not require a quid pro quo. But they keep saying it as if that's actually the fucking descriptor that, you need to have done that. However, he says, you'd like these javelins, but I need a favour though. And what happened is, all the weekend, one of the Republican House leaders was being interviewed. And he goes, no, you just put another word in there. And the boy goes, no, I didn't. Those are the words. He goes, and he sort of looks there going, no, he didn't say that. Then yes, he did. They actually reckon the recording is more damning.
The guy said that they didn't record it.
I'm reading stuff that suggests they did. And there's also an exact transcript written.
Yes.
A stenographer fucking rattles it off.
Yes.
So yeah, there's actually more detailed ones.
Yep.
And even though they say they don't record them, my understanding is they do.
Okay. Well, of course, that's open to interpretation, isn't it? I mean, when we said we don't record them,
Yeah.
What we meant was,
We do. Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you, I'd just say it's fucking good practice.
yeah.
Leader discussions, you record it.
Yep. Well, this guy was saying on the radio that they don't record them after when he built after Nixon. I thought,
Because he got fucking caught out by his tapes.
well, they do that sometimes. You know? I mean, they do. Some people are out that way.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Why do we make sure there's never a fucking Nixon X exercise? And we make sure there aren't tapes.
Yeah.
Now, my understanding is Trump always records his own calls.
Yes.
And always has. Now, and that was testimony from Cohen said that.
Yeah.
He said he said any time he spoke to Trump, he believed he was being recorded.
Yeah.
And he said because I was in the room when he was setting up recorders to record other people.
Yeah. Since I've been here.
Yeah. I actually, when I fly down for my appointments, I normally walk up to Annandale. So, you know where we were parked, where I was parked, across the road to where my psych is.
Okay.
I might get that other bottle, mate. Oh. Thanks. Big holes out here at the moment. The metro.
Yep. Let's have a look and see what they're actually going to do with the metro. It's not clear to me.
Yeah, I'm not 100% certain what their brilliant plan is, because I don't understand this changing it. Are they changing gauge or just changing? They're changing, you know, platform heights and stuff. So you can't use that rolling stock on other bits of track.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
they do
different.
that. They did that with the tube in London.
Yeah. But remembering the tube in London was a whole group of private lines initially.
Absolutely.
That were brought together.
No, yeah, but I'm talking about when they electrified it.
Yeah.
And my understanding, I'm not sure that I've really got a lot of proof for this,
Yeah.
is that this was about the size of the bore
Yeah.
that they had.
Yeah.
And they built a boring machine.
And that for that work would make.
So they use standard. Well, they started using standard locomotives.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just reading the history of it, and but later when they built the electric, my understanding is that those carriages are smaller than the standard loading gauge.
Yeah. Oh, they are. Like, you
And
get
I think also that they're shorter.
Yeah, they're really quite, you know, small trucks.
Yes.
And, you know, a lot of metros around the world are like that, but, you know, particularly early ones. My understanding is, you know, in New South Wales is all one gauge, all heavy rail. There's a consequence of the fence erecting at one stage. But you had to go to every But it's like when you go to DC, they've got a metro system.
Yes. Well, as far as I can tell, metro is now the word for the underground.
Yeah.
Must have a look.
Even though this light rail they're doing in Sydney, or the metro as they call it, most of it's actually above the ground.
Long-standing tradition.
We'll just do it differently than everyone else.
No. The bit, I'm only at the beginning of the book on the London Underground.
Yeah.
That's what they talk about. Is that when it starts, most of it's above ground.
Yeah.
Or very close to the surface.
Yeah.
So it basically in a deep cutting.
Yeah. Well, New York subway was cut and cap.
Yes, that's called cut and cover.
Cut and cover.
And that's a cheaper option if you can organise it.
Yeah.
A lot of the beginning bits of London were like that.
Yeah. But then they did things like crossing the river.
Yep.
And they took them under. But there's a much bigger rail network above the ground in London than the metro.
Oh, that was part of the reason they built the underground. There was originally a rule which said that nobody could build a station in the middle of London. So the main lines, the surface lines, when they were built first.
Yeah.
And so there is a ring of stations.
Yeah, like St Pancras and all that sort of stuff. You know, they're all about 1.5 km, 2 k's out from the centre of town.
Right. Well, when that first started, you had to get a cab. So if you wanted to go from Kent to Edinburgh, you had to stop in London, get out. You still can't do it anyway, but get out, get a cab, go to the relevant train station, and hop on, and then go north. And so one of the things that they did with the underground was they built lines that connected those stations. They come later.
What's the coming plan?
It's quite interesting to see. It's one of those things where you've got visionaries who are not particularly successful at sorting this out. They see the problem, they see it early, they try and do something about it, and they don't succeed. But very shortly afterwards, somebody else does.
Well, quite regularly, you know, what Neil deGrasse Tyson says, you know, knowledge is, you know, we get a little bit of new knowledge all the time. It's the fact of standing on the shoulders of giants that makes that different.
That's right.
Because he was talking about, you know, basketballers that are fucking professing the world is flat. Because they can't see the curvature of the earth. Right? He's going, you know, yes, you're a good basketballer. Your opinion on the earth's shape is irrelevant. You know? But he talks about, you know, I know the word's curve because I stand on the shoulders of giants that went before me. These fucking processes are slow as fuck.
Like the court ones.
Yes. diesel fluctuates from like, where's the diesel?
Good question. That's gas. That's all petrol.
Oh, there's their diesel. There it is over here.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to reverse. Oh, what is it? Is that that's
No,
gas?
gas. Taxis. Fuel point on the left-hand side.
Yep, on your side. Yep. That's why I'm going back. Don't want to bang anything. Better not stick it in reverse though, because it'll fuck it up. So what I'll do is I'll just pull in after her. But $1.47, that's about as good as I've seen in the last week.
Yep. I heard it described as an unstable cartel.
What, that fuel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In it, we're not allowed to collude on pricing, so they don't. So what happens is that it slowly falls.
Yeah.
Until eventually somebody says, I can't make money out of this, I may as well go broke by putting my price up.
Yeah.
So they put their price up. At which point
the others follow.
Everybody else goes, you little beauty.
There we go.
Come on, Rumpelstiltskin, let's go.
Makes a big difference when the fuel's cheaper.
Yes.
Well, guys, when you're fucking driving, you go some places it's $2 a litre.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to get the grips with the first gear on this.
Yeah.
A bloke from Essential Energy. He saw me at work.
Yeah.
He was telling me if he was buying one to drive himself, it'd be this model.
Yeah.
He said it didn't have things that stop you going forward.
No.
He said his current one has traction control, and when he gets into some fucking settings, it just stops itself. And he said with the older ones, there's none of that shit. You just fucking keep piling on.
Yeah.
And he said they've got, plenty to keep going, but he goes, the first gear's a shocker. And he said, and all the other gears are really closely grouped together.
Yeah.
So you can be at the speed limit third,
Yeah.
or sixth.
The Peugeot's a bit like that.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit wider than that, but not
Yeah,
much.
what I mean is, I don't know if I could be at, I think I could be at third, but I definitely can be in fourth.
Yep.
And if I'm doing 80, I can be in sixth, and it won't have a fucking problem all the way and all that.
Mini Moke used to be like that. Yeah, you'd be in fourth gear, you would have just crossed an intersection. From start.
So, a lot of cars you used to be able to, if you had a little bit of momentum and stuff, you could get off in second. This thing, I think you'd be fucking hard pressed to get off in second. But when I'm doing 110 on the freeway, it's about 2,800 revs.
Turbocharged?
Yeah.
Yeah. That might be a thing around the turbo.
Yeah.
Of course, at low revs, the turbo's not doing much.
Oh, I could have gone. Oh, that's fucking nonsense. Yeah.
That was 8 cents more than what you paid.
Yeah, so like when you got a bloke who's fucking 92 going on 93, I just don't see how this is fucking beneficial to practice.
Well, of course, you're having a game played with you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it seems pretty clear to me that Peter Ellis actually understands that.
Oh yeah.
So he just puts delays in there.
Yeah.
The delay matters all the time. See, so care and protection do the same thing. Because they're not interested in the welfare of the child. They're not interested in what the right thing of the child is, right?
Yeah.
And because they know they will never be held to account for delaying a legal process, right? So they do the same thing. You want to go to the children's court, they'll contest your access.
Yeah.
They'll delay on the information. They'll fuck the information up so they don't give you everything they're supposed to.
Yeah.
So you're right, I don't have everything. And wait for another. Sorry, Your Honour. Okay, look, you're 2 week adjournment.
Yeah. Well, when we went to that thing, and they were offering to give me 2 weeks to fucking respond to the modified statement.
Yes.
Look, it always does that all the time.
It's delayed.
Yeah. That's why I said not putting up with it. That's just not on. Yeah.
Well, now my observation is that that process is important, but like a lot of things, it's for people who know what they're doing, it becomes a servant, not a master.
Yeah.
It's not about good process. It's about not having something happen.
Yeah.
Because you don't want it to.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what's happening with the AVO. Nobody is interested except you
Yeah.
right, in getting the AVO to a hearing.
Yeah.
They don't want that to happen.
No. So I ended up, most of what I submitted went through, like in my last submission. But the legal stuff, you know, the reference stuff,
Yes.
didn't. And the odd email and text because they preferred to a will.
Yes.
Yeah, but, you know, I know why I put it in here, because that Bill was signing shit willy-nilly, and I was fucking worried about it.
Well, okay, so you've had some pretty good indication to suggest that when we're putting stuff in, we need to put stuff in relevant to the next hearing,
Yeah.
not to the whole thing, not to the thing as a whole.
No, and like I said, you know, I said to her registrar, you want me to sit down and curate your stuff better, you know, remembering I'm dealing with a lot right now, and it's I don't know what you want, right?
Well, their argument is,
see, what I'd done is I'd actually applied to have my guardianship. That was my application, was to have
Yes.
my guardianship declared extent, basically, right?
Yes.
That it had effect. The whole thing's changed around what it's about now. So my initial stuff, I turned up and I thought, okay, this is fairly simple, and I think it is. But Ellison's stuff have murkied it up a bit.
this is another form of delay.
Yeah,
Deal with crap which is irrelevant, but that you have to deal with,
yeah,
right? Because this is a war of attrition
yeah.
as much as anything else.
Well, that's why I got rid of the solicitor.
Yep.
I just didn't think he was going to add any value to this process. He was just going to add a lot of cost.
Yep.
Yeah? Have you done the Seacliff Drive?
Yes, I have.
I did it yesterday, so I don't necessarily want to do it again. But I was just going to say, if you wanted to, I'm happy to go down there. So,
I think I'm happy to go to Wollongong,
yeah, we'll go
back onto the
up the Illawarra, yeah. So what I've done for this drive, I drove down to Maria via Arrowwood. That was quite an interesting drive, not too hard. Roads were much better than a lot of dirt roads I've driven on. And then I drove up to Husky and filmed the sunset, and then I filmed the sunrise, and I slept in the club in the car park. And then I drove up to here yesterday, so I just spent the whole day driving. Basically taking, you know, the most scenic route I could to all the tourist drives and stuff up.
Yep. Not a bad drive that down through Arrowwood.
Yeah, no, it was good. There's actually a lot of roads in those mountains that I reckon would be worth filming. A lot of dead wombats on the run.
Yeah. I think they're out busy looking for mates.
Yeah.
Mine appears to have gone walkabout.
Your wombat?
Yeah, so I've got one out on the block.
Oh, okay.
Busy digging holes in the damn wall.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him for a little while.
Yeah. Hope he's okay.
Well, I haven't. He's not very good at writing. I haven't had a
Yes.
postcard card? No. Email, Facebook
He's been
contact?
picked up. They picked up one of the new DDGs and you get photos from around the world.
Yeah.
What those garden gnomes people used to knock off them.
That's right.
Sent postcards to their fucking homeowners.
Yes. That's right. Having a great time. Home soon, yes. Friends of mine saw an echidna the other day.
One thing I do like is Helen and Margaret's statements contradict each other, and they contradict themselves in their own statements.
If you've got a mate who's a sneaky little shit, it might be worthwhile discussing with them how the prosecution might use that information.
Yeah, or in my case, how the defence is going to use it.
Well, yes, but what I'm more interested in is that's right, but on the way to getting what the defence is going to do with it.
Yeah.
What is the defence going to do with what the prosecution does with it?
Yeah, so one of the things that I did in my stat there is I fucking highlighted those errors. Yeah, put them in there because that's largely me alluding to the prosecution. I know these contradictory statements are in these statements, yeah, and they have some material effect. So, see, it's interesting because Margaret reckons she asked Helen to take Bill to the solicitor in May, and he'd already been and changed his will.
So the next thing we're talking about an independent solicitor.
Yeah. So he's going to look at those things and most go, this is...
So at the moment, are we discussing getting an independent solicitor, or are we discussing how we're going to get it?
No, they're getting an independent solicitor. So that's after the next directions hearing.
Sorry, haven't we got a hearing on the 31st?
Yeah, and that's a directions hearing.
No decisions to be made?
No. That's why, you know, when she was saying, no, I think we should just go ahead and get this going.
Yes,
right.
She makes directions now. I thought that the next thing was about appointing the solicitor.
That's right. They don't want to appoint the solicitor in case the ADO rules me out. If the ADO goes against me,
yes,
basically I'm fucked.
The show's over.
Yeah. Getting another two solicitors and using a barrister, so there's two solicitors appointed on top of Peter Ellis. So Peter Ellis can no longer act as Bill's solicitor, so they've now got two solicitors acting for Helen and Margaret.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, but it's on Bill's dime.
How does that work?
Even though it might end up it's not on their fixed dime. The solicitor said to me, my solicitor like that she said we know a lot about risperidone.
Yes.
Yeah, you know? So,
okay.
it's on their radar.
Well, you fucking hope so.
Yeah. Every time I drive through Sydney, I think I'm fucking glad I don't live here.
Yep. Don't get any argument from me about that. And this is based on the idea that you have affected Bill.
Yep.
In that you've prevented him from taking his medication.
Yep.
And you've they actually said that you informed him of the code for the door.
Yeah, they said that, but my statement is they called it out across the room and he wrote it down.
Yep.
You know? It's fucking Farley, for fuck's sake. And he's escaped before. He's escaped 2 nursing homes, so but he didn't escape when I was there.
No.
And the reason was that I told him not to because I'd get the shit. Said it had hurt our case.
All you've got to do is just say didn't escape when I was there.
Yeah. But I have got statements from Gwen talking about when he escaped and ended up at their place. From one of them, they took him back.
Yeah.
I said, how'd you get here? He said, I caught a cab.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any money.
Yeah.
And his credit cards have been cancelled.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they started off as if he was never going home.
Yeah. That's the whole purpose of the exercise.
or orange juice when they wake you up?
Sometimes. When I was Melbourne, I was a fairly low person on the tree.
Yeah.
But I got orange juice elsewhere. Doesn't happen anymore.
Doesn't it?
Not as far as I know.
No, because I was watching this thing called Sea Eagles in 1980. Promotional video for the Navy. Yeah.
Yes. It did happen then.
What's that?
It did happen then.
Yes.
Well, my understanding now is that
Your understanding is?
my understanding is that these days stewards hardly exist.
Yeah. They're still there.
Steward used to be able to feed officers if there was no cook.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything terribly special. It might have been sandwiches, but you know.
Yeah, they do.
I think sandwiches and bacon and eggs for breakfast.
Yeah.
And my understanding is they don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
In fact, my understanding is that you've got to work pretty hard to get cooks to cook for you when you're in harbour.
Yeah. Well, yes. But when you're in harbour quite regularly, they only feed duty watch.
You get extra money for that, do you?
Yeah. So, you know, pretty much everyone is living out. They're with dependents unaccompanied.
Yeah, you never went overseas, did you?
No, I didn't get. No. I've got to go from Perth by boat to Sydney.
Yeah.
And was told I wasn't allowed to go down any machinery spaces while we're at sea. Which was a bit of a pain in the arse for my training.
That was because
I was untrained.
So you can't get trained until you get into a space. You can't get into a space until you're trained.
Well, they look really. That whole fucking shit fight is just, I believe, just designed to fucking out enjoy me. Like, there was no way on earth I was going to get qualified. I was on a ship that was only doing 100 what was it doing? It was doing something like 40 days at sea in the next year. Yeah. And I was meant to have my fucking MSM by the end of that.
So what were they doing the rest of the time?
Maintenance.
So was that a normal thing, or did they just have a 6-month refit or something?
So they were just cycling into lots of maintenance, and then the other one is they had some sea days, but most of them were days where training wasn't allowed. They have these days where they say, you know, doing X, no engineering training to go on.
Oh yeah, that's normal.
Yeah. So I
it's not right.
No,
but it's normal.
And I was right. I'm going, look, you know, you've got to give me a fucking chance to qualify, you know. So the post of Fleet Base East proposed putting me on to Canberra or Adelaide.
Yeah.
The one, they had a shitload of rooms. Two, their training was fundamentally simulator based.
Yes.
Yeah. And all you did is you did your sim training, and then you went to sea.
Yeah.
Right? Like everyone else.
Yeah.
And they rejected that. Bolus.
Why?
I think because it would have got the qualifications.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now the Fleet Meo, was it Fleet Meo? Yeah, I think it was Fleet Meo. It actually asked me to be put on auxiliaries.
Yeah.
Because he said I can get you up in 6 weeks on an auxiliary.
Yeah.
So West Australia had a 6-week conversion for me go to an SML with an MWC, you get an ERWC.
Yes. Yep.
And I said, which means, you know, in weeks, basically, I get endorsed.
Yeah.
And then I can do my charge.
Yeah.
Because I wrote up I did the paperwork to get the TRBs fit for sea. And he goes, I need thinking like this. You know, the added chief there was refusing to let the boat go.
Yes.
And I can understand his concerns, but you could mitigate the risk.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't perfect, but it was fucking good enough.
Where was he? What was his risk?
Well, you know, they're not properly ventilated. They don't really have a fire system. They have no gas detection. You know, there's a lot of unventilated compartments on board. So when you go around it, you know, the more like a boat.
Yes.
And now that when I'm going to tell you, when they're running, physically running around,
Yes.
a bit less of a risk in it.
Yeah.
Because so the engines draw all their air inside the space. That's how they turn their air over.
Yeah.
The problem we had is we were putting them out there to monitor nuclear radiation from the carrier.
Yeah.
And basically it was fucking, you know, one diesel idling away.
Yeah.
That causes a bit of risk because the exhaust is on the side.
Yeah.
It's mostly not drawing enough air through your machinery space to give you good air.
Yeah.
The living compartments are really not designed for people to live on.
Yeah.
I think they're designed for you to sleep in while you're coming back from something.
Yeah.
And the other thing I worked out is they didn't have the fuel endurance everyone thought they had.
Yeah.
Everyone, you know, initially, nobody considered how far it could go.
Yeah.
And I'm going, it might be a problem because I was reading all these documents.
Yeah.
I worked out they have about a day and a half's fuel.
Yeah.
So if you're actually running around, you know, 14 days out there, you're going to need fucking fuel board.
Yeah.
I did that, Fleet Mayo, I didn't sign off with it, then they didn't let me go, so I might have a heart attack.
Based on?
I'm old.
Yep. Yep.
So
that's my principal risk.
Yeah.
Right?
The funny thing is, the cardiac surgeon's going, I don't know why the fucking sent you to me. He goes, you're pretty fit.
Yeah. They
insisted he do a cardioangiogram on me. He's going, God, I wouldn't do a cardioangiogram on you normally. He said they're insisting on it.
Well, let's get on with it.
Well, I did, I got it.
Yeah.
And then the Navy brings up to me and says, you know, in case he dies on the fucking tape. Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you're approaching this as if it's really bad. I would like this done in Canberra because I had to have 2 or 3 weeks recovery. And they insisted that I do it in Western Australia. Which meant they had to keep me in a fucking hospital for like 3 weeks.
What do they do with an angiogram?
That's where they cut me down here, the femoral artery. They run a fucking probe up the heart, and they pump dye penetrating through your arm.
Who the fuck was ordering that?
No. He's had a glitch. Got to do the cardio engine. Yeah, got to do the fucking thing. Yeah. And
it's a risky procedure.
yeah.
Gee, I'd be wanting to see more than that.
But what I mean is, they basically said if I didn't do it, I'd be medically discharged, and that was the only way. They insisted on me doing it.
Doesn't sound to me like good medical practice.
No, in actual fact, the cardiologist said it wasn't.
I would have thought that based on you've got a thing which says, okay, you pass it once, right? So let's give him a week and let's do another one.
Yeah.
Because it's not invasive.
Yeah.
You don't do invasive stuff unless you're pretty sure you've got a problem.
Well, and the cardiologist kept saying to me, I don't know why they're insisting on this. And then, while I was over there, because they decided this was even before I'd done the exercise treadmill, they'd stuck me in, PSU or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I go to take some, fly home leave.
Yeah.
And they go, you've got to do a flying medical before you go back east. I said, I'm not fucking flying the plane. Yeah? I'm a passenger. They wanted me to do a pilot's medical. It was fucking insane. I don't know what they were fucking. But, you're older than normal. I'll just say they are so risk adverse about people's health.
Well, my problem with that isn't actually risk averse. It's not risk averse about your health.
No.
It's risk averse about theirs.
Yeah, about their potential culpability, but
it's not good medical practice.
No, it's actually, but they would say, look, we did all the tests. Now, I know they've had a few people die at sea.
Yeah.
A few chiefs and shit.
Of course, at your age, you're old enough to be their bloody grandfather.
Well, that's right.
That's their attitude. That was the thing that I found was interesting, and some of the other stories you told me about, they just assume you know nothing and you're about to drop dead.
Yeah.
Why is that? You've got grey hair.
Yeah, I think, I don't know where they're at with that stuff, but there's a lot of chiefs at sea that are older than me. And I don't mean by a little bit either. Some of the chiefs I was dealing with were chiefs when I was in.
Yeah. Well, you can go till 65, so in fact you can go older than I think.
Yeah, you can. You can get an extension to 70.
So you can go to 65. So that was pretty aggressive, Mr. X-Trail. You saw him coming.
Yeah.
And I know you had right away, but he's a fucking truck.
Yeah, he was indicating a fair way out. Like he was letting you know he wanted to fucking move over.
Yeah.
Give him, like, the reality is, this is what gets me, is a little bit of courtesy on the road doesn't go astray.
Okay, he was constrained. He wanted to go right here.
Yeah, that's what I mean is, he had to get over. Right, he didn't have an option. He had to move over at some stage. So, and this guy, he can speed up and slow down much easier than he can.
Just thought it was a risky. So I guess I'm a bit bloody shy of these things, but I just looked at this. I looked at that bloody great lump of angle line on the back of the truck and went, Jesus.
We won't notice it. is they're all 59.
Yeah. Not much competition out here.
She actually raised that in the last hearing. She said that it is unclear that Bill Farley was even competent in April, based off the medical reports. So I wouldn't be surprised if none of us, I don't know if Bill was capable, actually competent, when he signed the documents with me. You know when you get, you know how when Vince was really stressed, he'd get...
Go a bit weird.
Yeah. Bill, when I first saw him, I thought was stress-induced. Right? So, I had concerns about his behaviours and actions and capability, but I thought what he was doing made sense. But I thought he was so stressed that until we got that resolved, and then after 4 days, I certainly wasn't competent. And so you know that one about capacity that I said to help Margaret.
whether it's a law in New South Wales, but I thought it was Australia-wide.
Yeah.
I thought it was actually a road, one of those Australian road rules.
Yeah.
I think it's reasonable. In Canberra, it can be a pain in the arse.
Yeah, when I was in the States, every jurisdiction seemed to have a different rule.
And that's important in the States.
Yeah. So I got pulled up by a cop for not following the rule. Because apparently there you have to move as far away from the police officer as you can.
Right.
Yeah. So I come around the corner, there's flashing lights, traffic everywhere. So I just slowed up. I wasn't going to fucking just hop lanes because, it's a bit hard. And what ended up happening is the cop called me up and said, you're meant to do this. And I said, yeah, I was meant to know. I said, I didn't know that was the case. And he goes, why didn't you just change lanes? I said, believe it or not, mate, I drive on the other side of the road normally. Changing lanes is a bit more of a conscious act than you might think.
Yep.
And he was the one that said, where are you going? I said, west. What do you mean? Look at the direction, mate. What to get this road? Then he said, where are you going to stay? I said, I'll Google it. Those Ferraris, they must come with a fucking shitload of cost. On cost, yeah.
Well, I saw a Maserati,
Yeah.
2014.
Yeah, maybe 64 or something.
At 64 grand. I looked at it and went, well, by my reckoning, I think they're worth about $250,000.
Yeah.
Right? So, in 5 years, it's dropped, let's say 150 grand, 30,000 a year.
Well,
Right?
yeah.
I,
It's
I suspect the other problem is too that the secondary market
who wants a
is
second
very
hand one?
small.
Who wants a second hand
Well,
one?
there are people who want them.
Yeah.
They can't afford them.
But what I mean is,
Why?
On the Errolwood Road, I saw a really nice Rocky for sale.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it looked quite nice on the Errolwood Road at one of the farms.
Okay.
And I thought of you. It's the same colour as yours, just a little bigger.
Why that?
I've been drinking it this way for ages.
Do this all the time.
So I used to be a parent, so my family home was at Minor.
We had a set of divisions every month when I was at uni.
Yeah.
You had to go to Creswell once a month.
Oh, okay.
Have a parade. Right, so
How did they get you there?
we drive.
Yeah.
Notice.
Yeah.
For people with cars, we get money
Yeah.
to transport us.
Yeah.
And so generally, as far as I can tell, the people with cars are quite happy to do that.
Yeah. Or otherwise you'd have to get on the train to Bomaderry and they'd have to get you out.
Did that when we first started. I remember doing that. God. Yes, that was an experience all of the time. Fortunately, they provided transport from Bomaderry, so
Yeah.
you
So when we came back from Lorne, they
Yeah.
just got us get trains and make our own way to Cyprus.
yes,
All these fucking young fucking 16-year-old sailors recklessly drunk in
yeah,
those old dog boxes.
yeah.
God, they were fucking uncomfortable.
And they would you'd go right across the country, wouldn't you?
Well, before we were on planes when we went over,
Okay, yes,
but there were people. So when you go to some of the old JRs, there are people that enlisted like 2 weeks before everyone else
yes,
because they had to get from Townsville,
yep,
so they catch the train
yep,
from Townsville, Cairns,
yep, yep,
or some country part of Queensland,
yep,
and they'd spend a week getting to Melbourne or something
yes,
before they catch up with everyone else.
yes,
To be on a train for a week and cut the wheel.
yep. Well, you have to allow 2 days to Adelaide, then 3 days, maybe 4,
Yeah.
crossing from Adelaide. In those days it might have been more.
Yeah.
Trains in Queensland, northern Queensland in particular, were notorious for being slow.
Yeah. It was funny, when I went to Maree, that's where the original Ghan ran through.
That's right.
Yeah. And South Australia used to service most of Western Queensland from there.
Yep. Yep. I think that's where the line to Julia Creek went.
Yeah.
So when you read Town Like Alice,
Yeah.
it talks about that. You would take cattle from the Gulf country down to Julia Creek and load them.
Yeah.
And must have a look and see how that worked. When they built the Silverton Tramway
Yeah.
to Broken Hill,
Yeah.
it's called a tramway because, if I recall correctly, there was some prohibition against one state operating a railway in another state.
Okay. Oh, so that did a tram.
So they called it a tramway. It had, like, really substantial steam locomotives on it because that's how the ore got to Port Pirie.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just one of those convenient fictions. But there's an example of a line that went somewhere to service Broken Hill before Broken Hill got a railway line.
Yeah.
And Victoria did it as well. It had broad gauge lines and they would meet a Victorian Railways line, and that's how places like Vanilliquid got a rail service. It was actually from Melbourne. And
well, when you're in the Riverina, when I grew up, they to me always seemed to have more of an allegiance to Victoria than New South Wales.
Yeah. Well, it was closer.
Yeah.
Much closer to capital city. The problem has been there ever since they started to settle a Murray.
Yeah.
With your ability to ship stuff. So all that dried fruit industry nearly turned to shit because the dried fruit industry started because they could not transport grapes to a market. It's fresh. It simply took too long. There's an element of it. You could order stuff from Victoria. When they built those lines, they took business away from the river.
Which is interesting, isn't it? Because if they didn't, we might be treating the rivers differently. Because they'd be a transport place.
Yes, well, part of the problem is that some of this stuff is that you don't have a holistic view of what it is we're trying to achieve.
Well, as Scott Morrison say, I don't want to discuss that. I don't feel the need to.
I just look at some of this stuff and go, I'm sorry. Can you please tell us what it is you're trying to do? Where are we off to? Apparently they're getting a bit excited about young Greta. People are listening to her, I think. People like Andrew Bolton getting upset, and Alan Jones getting upset that people would listen to a teenage girl and not to them. What's some of the comments
Look,
on
the
it?
climate warriors, you know, when I say the climate warriors, are really fucking radical about it, right? They're going, she's just a fucking doomsday teller like everyone else. You know, it's like people made predictions and some of those weren't right. By 2013, I expect there'll be no ice in the North Pole. Well, what about a substantial shrinking of the ice? We're on our way, right? It might be 2023, right? But we're clearly not fucking doing well.
No. I thought the stuff with the figures was quite good. I don't consider 50% acceptable. About my lifetime. Who are you to make a decision like that?
No, I thought you said some really good things. Hats off to her. You know the guy who plays Aquaman, Jason Moran or something? He gave a speech there. It was very good. He's going, you know, you're polluting our oceans, you're doing this and that. He says, we, the older people, are going to suffer. Not you.
partly what this ploughing was about.
Yeah.
Try not to destroy the carbon that was already there. Get some moisture into the soil. And some people are doing is that they do short rotation grazing.
Yeah, you were talking about that with those electric fences.
Yeah, and this maximises the grass growth.
Yeah.
And so you grass then puts roots into the ground, and that helps. And so you keep this rotation going. The grass growth then helps because it further improves the soil's ability to absorb water, which helps the grass grow. You get better performance out of your cattle. The cattle droppings help the grass.
Yeah.
And you just run this cycle.
Well, it's a bit like, Ted Turner. Right?
Yeah.
It's, now he's motto on the environmental business, save everything.
Yep.
Yeah? And he bought this huge chunk of Montana.
Yeah.
He just runs buffaloes.
Yeah.
And so he's got this fucking beautiful buffalo grass.
Yes.
And he said, what's a little, he said, I got a lot of criticism when I started these ranches.
Yeah.
And now they come over and look at what's going on with my ecosystem.
Yeah.
He said, this is actually what this was designed to do. And he said, I don't use phosphates or anything else. I actually think this monoculture we're creating in agriculture is, possibly one of the big issues.
Well, there's in that called the Red War, quotes this guy. Oh, it's Peter Andrews actually. Who went to Britain
Yeah.
to may well be the best raiser of thoroughbred racing horses in the world.
Yeah.
And he's wandering around the place and he noticed that there were weeds in the paddocks.
Yeah.
And he said, so what's the story with this? And they said, well, what we've observed is that if you raise a horse on ordinary, single sort of grass, it's very rare, to the extent that we really don't think you can get a grade 1, I think it's class 1, sorry, a group 1, I think it is.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Yeah.
They need the mix.
Yeah.
And I can't remember how many it is. It's at least 5 different sorts of plant in the pasture.
Yeah.
But they would like more than that if they can achieve it.
So my father-in-law, he doesn't poison vegetables.
Yeah.
He said one, the cattle will eat them.
Yeah.
So the other is that these big long roots that when they do die, they permeate into the soil. So should I go up here? Do you reckon we'll just
Well, where are you going?
Well, I don't know.
Okay,
Back to Canberra?
you're just going back to Canberra. Go this way. So they talk about the weeds. The Peter Andrews view is mulch weeds don't poison. I'm now of that opinion myself. short rotation, the weeds that they really like don't get eaten out. Because what happens then, if that happens, then it gets rid of the competition to the weeds you don't want. So you just reduce weeds just by this short rotation stuff, because they're never without competition. They get a boost like everything else does, and so the minority weeds tend to eventually just disappear. I thought and they talk about, like you're talking about Ted Turner, that it reduces your requirements for fertiliser, and then you start, what it tends to start to happen is you get a very well developed root structure.
Well, that was one of the things one farmer was saying, is everything you pull out of the soil, like if you've got cattle and they're grazing, that's got a cost to the soil. He said, so superphosphate, a lot of those things give you a short boost. But he said it's a short boost. You're making up for something that's no longer there. And so, to me, a lot of that sounds to me like a real issue is we need to get back to sort of pulling the right amount out, not everything we can.
Oh, well, the other thing that they talk about is, it's interesting, they said, now what was it? It was, had an expression that's used quite frequently in the book called understocked and overgrazed. Which they said, in some cases, with careful management, you can get more out of the system than you used to. It's still not fucking. If you carefully manage this rotation, and you make sure you've got enough stock there when they're doing the rotation, then I need to reread this bit. The way my understanding is, you do the short rotation, you have enough stock in there, so you put them in for, I don't know, pick a time, 3 days. So you leave them there for 3 days, and they do whatever it is they've got to do, because there's enough stock there to do it. And then you move them on. And so that gets rid of the overgrazing bit. And if you've got enough stock there, you get a lot of manure comes out of them, and that gets rid of the overstocking bit. So it was just an interesting way of expressing it. So they just look at it and go, to get this to work, you actually need more animals.
Which, now when we're talking, how do we stabilise the workforce in engineering? My belief is we need more boats. And because my reflection is I learned a lot when I was in charge of a boat. And having that lower level of responsibility help speed responsibility gaining up later on. Because you didn't want to be the dope that ran out with a boat, ran out of fuel, or so. No, I actually think it's like having critical mass type stuff.
It's actually an interesting example, because yes, it works a little bit like that in the posting cycle. So this rotational grazing. You go from one paddock to another paddock, right? When you condition, when you go to the next paddock, depends on the paddock you've been in. And so part of the problem, as you say, with the Navy, is that not all paddocks are equal. And if the paddock that you're in is not preparing you for the paddock you're about to go into, then both paddocks suffer. And I'd agree that that's a possible solution.
you know, the other sheets which were required.
Yeah.
For some reason, they appear to give us signing sailors.
Yeah.
Right? I was never concerned about signing them off.
No.
Because if I thought the person was doing the stuff, hey, there's no skin on my nose. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that at this time, this person can do this.
We had.
Yeah, but a lot of other senior sales and stuff, like, looked at it as if they were signing their lives away.
Yeah. They didn't have much of a concept of the fact that their signature was no different from what it had been with a task book.
That's right. I mean, look what it was. It was a, you know, different format. Right?
Part of that, I subsequently think, was a natural conservatism in the workforce. Because they didn't have to think about task book because they're done one.
Yeah.
And so the task book was to me, if somebody gave me something that had a different colour on it, and then the rumours would start, and I wouldn't be doing it. And there was some rice bowl effects, and there was a requirement to do some thinking that was slightly out of the box.
Yeah.
Because we wanted one competency and different platforms. So the way you tested the competency was different.
Yeah.
It was with the task book, but we forgot that. Well, we never taught the senior sailors their role.
Yeah.
Right?
I just think, look, I think, like you're saying, it's mostly just a natural conservatism, but the reality is, it really didn't take that much thinking to see how it works.
Yeah, but this is the thing that I learned. It's probably my biggest single criticism of senior sailors is that they're not that good at abstract concepts.
No, I think that's where I always differed to most because I thought about things differently.
Yeah. And for you, it's just normal to think like that.
Well,
but I was really surprised.
I would actually suggest that anyone who's doing engineering should be able to think a bit abstractly about what's going on. Well, there's a lot going on in your workplace.
What I found with senior sailors, and I think that part of it is the way the trade is taught, is that they in general, left to their own devices, they don't do abstract concepts in the short term. I've had some senior sailors who have done some magnificent work in training. When we were developing the senior sailors course, right, and I said I want some stuff on fear. These guys, I didn't really provide much more instruction than that. And they went out and they found all this shit from America on cops. Right? Videos on dealing with fear in the workplace. I was gobsmacked. I was really disappointed that we never were able to implement it.
And when you think of it, you know, being a senior sailor is about being that person that deals with that fear in the workplace to keep people going forward. So that was where I was off to. Now part of my problem was that I didn't understand that wasn't how other people look. And I'd argue that it's not much better in the officer corps. Right? That was the thing that I found was interesting, was that I was really surprised at how little they thought about this technical training stuff. And certainly, I look at it's one of those things that I look at now and go, if I was doing this again, I would bring the senior sailors along. I would try and insist to say, they didn't want to train them, right? They said they couldn't be spared, which was rubbish. But I didn't insist on it. Because I thought, when they said we'll do this later, that that's what they meant. But what they meant was, we're not going to do this at all. And as soon
I've also looked at, from what you've described it from the beginnings of stuff like MT 2010. I look and go, really, guys? Can you tell me what your maintenance philosophy is? But then again, I couldn't get an answer to that from captains.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm certainly not going to get it from bloody warrant officers and chiefs.
No. I'm going to tell you, I was watching people let things destroy themselves so they didn't have to do the maintenance. So
yes,
that's.
I've watched that too.
Yeah, it's
but I've watched it. I watched it a long time ago.
Yeah.
I watched it on Vampire.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Stuff that people did not understand. They simply didn't maintain it. The gland steam system on the main engines. Yeah. There was actually an automatic control. It was pretty crude.
Yeah.
But they didn't do any work on it at all. And it's not new.
Is this where we go right?
Yeah. Oswald. Pause at Robertson at the pie shop.
Yeah, no, that's right. I was thinking we'll stop somewhere.
Okay, well, when you get to the top of the scarp,
yep.
It's a bit further on.
Yeah. You just call it out to me.
Okay. It should be fairly obvious.
Yeah, no, it will be.
I like that little bulldoze that turned it into a hairdressing salon.
Yeah, well, that's how you do your money these days.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think so. I think the other way is, you know how you get the visa to be an Australian by owning a business,
yeah,
employing people.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of what always nail. They're not doing enough business to make money. So I suspect, Daddy's back in China spending real lot of money.
There was a guy on the radio the other day talking about venture capital.
Yeah.
I can't remember everything he said, but essentially what I got was that the worldwide market for venture capital in the fairly recent past was about 60 million.
Yeah.
Anyway, this mob come along. I think it's from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And this single organisation brought in an additional 100 million.
Yeah.
Which is tended to muck the thing up, right?
Yeah.
And then he said, and there's another 100 billion coming. And he said, it's getting hard to find a place to invest your money. There simply aren't enough projects.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow. And I'd heard about these bloody warehouses apparently in Australia that are filled with cash.
Yeah, I've been hearing stories of cops, just there because the shed,
yep,
they hadn't paid the rent or something. They opened it up, it's full of cash.
Yep. This will be the Albion Park Rail bypass.
Yes.
Fuck me. Well,
rail bypass?
No, road, I'd say.
Oh, road, yeah, I think,
the rail down here is not much more than ballast and passengers.
Yeah.
Must be coal and stuff that goes down to Nowra. Yeah, there's a paper mill down there, and Manildra had some sort of starch factory.
Yeah, they do actually. Yeah, the milk processing plant,
which I think still operates. So I presume they need fuel. They might get it by road.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they transport all the petrol down by road.
Yeah.
hopefully
Oh, that's right.
tomorrow night or Saturday.
Yeah.
Looking at the bloody weather at the moment.
So your gut feeling with this stuff is they're just going to try and wait this out.
They'll do some delaying.
Yeah, they'll do a lot of it.
The stuff with the, because if as you say, if Bill dies, then it won't matter.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, you know, when we end up with a solicitor, right?
Yes.
So if I win the AVO, Bill gets an independent solicitor at that stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Oh yes, okay, yes, he gets an independent solicitor, that's fine. And then you've got to go through the process of sorting out your guardianship.
But at that stage,
yes,
Bill's got a solicitor to speak for him.
Yes.
Yeah? And he'll say, your nephew Gary is challenging this. Yeah. So one of the things that strikes me is when you read all the medical reports,
yes,
he's talking about how upset he is that he's being kept in these nursing homes.
yes,
Right?
yes.
It's the reason I'm trying to get Bill included all the time.
Yes.
Because I think the minute Bill gets included, their case will go away.
Well, I wouldn't count on that. Okay, so you get this independent solicitor, that's fine.
Yeah.
But the argument about your guardianship,
Yeah.
if it's not being properly revoked,
Yeah.
the argument would then go back to, was it probably formulated in the first place?
Well, that's
Right?
yeah.
But was he competent when that happened?
Yeah.
And I think probably what I'd do with that at the moment is I'd wait for them to prove he wasn't.
Yeah.
Unless you think there's a benefit of saying that he wasn't.
Well, the thing is, you know what I've raised my concerns?
Yes.
Yeah? Having read the Act a bit better, I maybe could have enforced that. Right?
Yes.
And
Well, there's nothing.
the Act actually says that he can't do these other things once I've started to doubt his capability.
Yes.
Right? So, you know, the document they talked about on the 18th of April
Yes.
is invalid if my assertions were correct earlier in April.
Yeah.
The fact that I was raising my concerns with his doctor in March,
Yeah.
and his doctor was raising those concerns with him in March. Now the other one is, I think he's off the risperidone, right? If it's like before, he'll go to being like better than most 70-year-olds, you know.
Yeah.
Right? He's actually not capable, yeah?
Well, he was.
No, yeah, but what I mean is, when I had him off risperidone for that few days,
Yeah.
his capability was much better, like significantly better. No, not, and now I don't know whether he'll fully recover from this. But the Parkinson's syndrome stuff, which has come out because of that drug, does go to my case that they are not competent as guardians. They're not competent, they haven't been duly diligent, they haven't been paying attention.
Well, so there's a variety of things that are going on here. I think you probably need to get. I think one of the things you're doing is joining everything together.
Yeah.
That I think plays into their hands because it makes it sound like you're confused.
Yeah. So what I mean is, in my stuff, one of the things I wrote about in my, the 4-page, was why I didn't believe Margaret and Helen.
Okay. Their competence is not relevant to your competence.
But it is. When it comes to me challenging their guardianship, which appears
Yes.
has changed.
Yes, but there's two things that are going on here.
Yeah.
There's your competence and there's their competence. Right? You have to establish your competence as far as I can tell. Or you have to establish that nobody is competent.
Well, they've gone off to try and eliminate people that, so last time I turned up with Suey and Paul, and I reckon if I turned up with Suey and Paul today, they may have tried to eliminate them being in the room.
Why is that?
Because I think they've got me out there alone.
Didn't work today.
No, well, that's what I'm saying is I've written in the application, I had, some billions.
Yes.
She emphasised it, and then they had to sort of go, oh, I know. And then,
You're representing the barrister is doing whatever the barrister is doing.
Yeah. Well, that's his last appearance, is my understanding. But he may be engaged by the new citizens.
So the problem might be that you'll be there until you get the independent solicitor.
No. Today,
Yes.
that's his final thing on the previous approval. But they've indicated in something they wrote the other day, they intend to have new solicitors and he'll still be there. He'll be their barrister, not Bill's.
Alright, so have you been up here before?
Oh, yeah. Haven't done it for a while. See, when we used to out of Caravan, we teach a lot of kids now to survey.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of leaving the dirt roads and stuff. Because, doing triangles is better than backing up on yourself.
Absolutely. Come through here during apple season.
Yeah?
Pick apples on the way. Fiona, when she was running a business, she had work down in Wollongong.
Yeah.
Come down here and pick apples. Gets along alright, mate.
Yeah, I find it really good to drive too. I mean, in the city it's a bit hard with being a manual, but
Yes.
open road, right, it's a breeze. I find these seats pretty good for spending, I do 10 hours a day sometimes as
Yeah.
well.
That's a good test.
Yeah. It's my big steel tent, so I can just park by any pub I like and
Yeah.
slip into the back after I've had a few. Sorry, officer, I wasn't going to park there. It's just I'd had a few more than I wanted.
It was better to park here and wait till I slipped it off. School holidays. Quite a few kids on the bus this morning,
Yeah,
going somewhere.
those were movies.
No.
Oh, down to Sydney.
When we got to the international airport.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
some of them were going. I know that some of them were going to New Zealand. So
Deported kids
sorry.
being deported.
Oh no, they had it. They had an adult with them.
Yeah. What a minute. The way Duffy's going.
Yeah.
Oh, your report card wasn't good enough to deport you back to New Zealand.
You've never lived in. You've never lived in New Zealand, but you're a New Zealand citizen, so reporting it works.
Yeah. Well, it's like there are Aboriginals that are being deported to New Zealand
Yes, I think that's reasonable.
because the birthright New Zealanders. Yeah.
A guy the other day who's a New Zealand native and chronic blue ear and needed to be coached in how to speak.
Yeah.
And he spoke with, I thought, probably a northeastern American accent.
Yeah.
He said that was because that was the way the lady that coached him spoke.
Yeah.
earlier on. So this is the first time you hear anything clearly.
Yeah.
So you think, well, it's just normal.
Yeah, of course.
Check and see if there are beech trees here. I was looking up the Comboyne Plateau the other day,
Yeah.
and they have beech trees up there.
Yeah.
And it's one of the things they talk about when you do the Milford Sound cruise.
Yeah.
They have beech trees in Milford Sound,
Yeah.
and they're in Chile, and they're in Australia.
Oh, okay.
This particular type of beech.
Yeah.
And they have them here.
Yeah. So it's an old, like, gone wildland
Yeah,
type trade.
yeah. I know that in Victoria, up in the Dandenongs, they have these remnant beds there, and so they have a thing that's like this, where you're winding in and out.
Yeah.
Well, when you wind into the creek and come out again, where the creek is,
Yeah.
there's beach, but on the ridge there isn't any.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that much. There's just enough difference. They just hang on. I just thought that was really interesting. I think they're ice age trees.
Yeah.
They've eased a few of these.
Yeah.
Have you been on that one on the Cataract Dam, Cataract Gorge Road?
No, I don't think so.
There's a 25km/h one there. Yeah, one. And if you don't hit it right, you've got to get into first
Yeah.
and work your way around it. And if you hit it right, you can get round it in second.
Yeah. Every time she came down here, there'd be like a truck crash, a fire.
Yes.
Every time she came down, there'd be floods and famines. Because, they get really pretty horrific rains when it bounces off this mountain.
Yep. Yep. You're on the scarp. This is with rain,
Yeah.
combined with fog,
Yeah.
and every now and again a bit of ice. I was thinking that when they built the pump storage, it's not Kangaroo Valley, I'm trying to remember what it is. Anyway, whatever it is,
Yeah.
we would have to travel through there when they were transporting the generators.
Yeah.
So you'd have this truck, there'd be 3 prime movers
Yeah.
on this low loader,
Yeah.
2 at the back just for braking.
Yeah.
bloody heavy.
Yeah.
They'd be driving on roads like this.
Yeah.
Maybe doing 5 kilometres an hour.
So it gets up and goes pretty well.
Yeah.
I suppose it's designed to carry a load of weight. Yeah.
Carry a ton in this?
Well, no, it's 2 or something.
Wow.
Yeah. You know when you go to those like Spezlicki track and stuff, it says 4-wheel drives and trucks over 3 ton.
Yes.
This qualifies.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So me and I have been doing some research and going, oh, that's okay, because I'd like to do some of those tracks.
Yes.
Right. Not going to do them alone, I don't think. Because there could be some. I'll get my fucking truck out. The tyres will be big. Yeah, and but based on what I've seen of what people consider hard tracks, I've driven on roads that people think you need a 4-wheel drive for. So when I went to Cameron's Corner, I didn't think anything of it because the essential energy guy told me I'd get through there easy. And he told me in there, generally in that area, I'd get by. And I was talking to a bloke about the tracks, and he was going, yeah, well, if you were driving that, you'd be able to drive the Spezlicki. I'm going, okay.
I came down here once in a fog.
Yeah. No, I've done it.
And I got to that cliff
Yeah.
and I nearly drove into it.
Yeah. I once drove in Split for 9 hours. Yeah. Then I got to Stockholm.
Yeah.
It was so heavily fogged. I could stop on street corners, which I recognised.
Yes.
But I couldn't work out where to go because I couldn't see the next building in.
Yeah.
So I knew Stockholm fairly well, and I'm pulling up these corners going, oh, that building, that's near where I want to go. But it was like, I couldn't look at it and go, oh yeah, that's the right way, that's the wrong way.
Kevlar. When I talk about lowering, it's a bit like that. The engine's not pulling; it's
holding it back.
Holding it back.
Yeah. So is this train track still in service, or?
Yep, that's still operational. The rails are shiny.
Yeah.
So I presume that they're transporting freight, and I presume it's coal.
Yeah. Because once upon a time, this it was a passenger line.
Oh, they did do passenger lines here as well. Yes.
Yeah. It's still on the map.
Yep.
They don't.
They used to do steam runs up here. I don't think they do regularly scheduled passenger trains
No.
here. Which is a shame because one of the best views
Oh,
on the train.
Yeah, what I mean is it's if it was a tourist run, I think it'd be really popular.
Yeah, they did run tourist runs here, and they ran them with diesels, and total fireman and that sort of stuff. I suspect it's becoming harder and harder.
which is what I think you get with an old vehicle sometimes. So
can't depend on anything.
no. But it was interesting when I was getting the tyres. The bloke there said, "Yeah, without the fit out, basically, well, bottles drop down, is it?" He said, with your fit out, basically, anything you need to replace is worth replacing.
Right.
Yeah. What I was saying to him, I'll get that out of the way because it fills the video screen.
There?
Yeah, that'll do. Well, yeah. What's
Watch the bikes, mate.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, this guy here with the righto.
That'd be a pretty spectacular ride down to Wollongong.
There was a YouTube of C38 coming up with a passenger train.
Yeah.
It's working pretty hard.
Yeah. Wollongong doesn't have a rail system like Newcastle does it? No, I think it's just because it all runs down the coast. It's
it's got rail things in there.
yeah. But you know, like when you went to Newcastle, they had real networks in Newcastle.
Oh yes, well they had rail there from very early on.
Yeah.
Some of the earliest rail in the state was in Newcastle.
Yeah, but one of the things I was saying, for Prims, Wollongong's a really tricky place to operate because you're quite limited in where you can go because you're up against the fucking mountains.
Yep. The whole pile of coal lines there.
Yeah.
Some of which still exist.
Yeah. Is there much coal mining still going on in Wollongong?
Don't know that there's much going on right in Wollongong, but there's mining on the top of the escarpment of places like Appin.
Yeah.
And I think there's mining to the south. I think there might be a mine still at Willow.
Yeah. I do notice they do a lot of coal loading there still. And they had grain loading when I drove around the harbour the other day. They had grain loading terminals there too.
White Bay, I think.
What's that?
This is in Wollongong.
Wollongong, yeah.
Yes. I didn't know they did grain. Oh yeah,
No.
yes they. Yeah.
I'm surprised by it because I would have thought, where would the grain be coming from? But I suppose,
Well,
Sydney used to be the biggest grain port in New South Wales, and I don't think it does any now. So that's been moved to Botany and stuff, and I suppose this is another deep water port.
there was stuff happening up in White Bay, so I need to check that.
Yeah, but what I mean is, there used to be a lot of grain
Yes.
handling in Sydney,
Yep.
and that's being rapidly changed into condominiums and other things.
Yep.
thing I'd say, generally speaking, is that they tend to be, fairly judicious in their thinking.
Remember, he's only got to do balance the probabilities.
Yeah.
Fully form proof.
Yeah.
Right?
But the reality is, there is medical evidence that he's got worse on down. Yeah.
And there's evidence to suggest that if he did get worse, it wasn't anything to do with you.
Yeah. That's what I mean is that
It seems to me that they've got to establish that you actually caused him harm.
yeah. The doctor actually reckons the reason he was distressed is he'd been moved too often.
Well,
Two doctors say that.
okay, well,
And they couldn't understand why he'd been moved so often.
yeah, well,
It's like Sue and I reading these medical reports. Apparently he had an abscess on his tooth most of the time.
yeah,
It was never treated.
yes.
It fucking worries me how little care is given to caring.
I reckon about 30% of people in sure that's what it is. What's